Hello, this is Brian again. So, passing by more Mojave yucca on this third clip here. It's actually a lot more than I thought was over here. It's a really nice clump of it right here. So yeah, I just had to make a third clip out of this because I'm just really enjoying this a lot. This little walkabout, because it feels like I turn the corner and something else interesting happens. There's a park over there. That's the actual the actual part where the turf is. Oh, another lizard ducked in there. First I thought it was an alligator lizard, but then I looked at what I thought was the alligator lizard was actually a twig. The other lizard probably way on. Here we are, more Mojave yucca. So yeah, earlier I was on that side over there, and even before, so I was all the way, I've explored pretty much the lion's share of this little open space portion here. I originally came up from over there by those yellow trees right there. Those are tipwee trees. So went down. There was a trail coming down from there. Goes along the side of the canyon. Then you can branch up there. So I was up at the top of the mesa. Then I was over down there, over along there. So there's a lot to explore here. And here's, if you remember, I was talking about that big population of coast cholla. Well, we're on the other side of the canyon from it now. That's where I was pointing out lots of those smaller coast chollas. A lot of them are over there. The population runs all the way down into the gulch, to the bottom of that little canyon, it looks like, or near it. Yeah, it's so beautiful over here. I can see over towards Mission Trails too. I can see Coles Mountain over there. I was almost flirting with hiking up that this morning, but I just didn't get up early enough. I got up pretty early. I got up a little bit after 4 this morning, and then I'm used to that because I go to work and start my shift at 4 a.m. But then I fell back asleep for a while. And here's Cato Sessions Memorial Park right here. That's where the turf is. There's some huge sumacs down in the canyon here. Park. They have some nice ornamental trees there. This is kind of more along the line of what I was looking for right now. Yeah, I can kind of see the trail. There's a trail I went down right there when I first started. Actually quite a bit of Mojave yucca up here. Kind of cool. Ooh, it's another juicy coast barrel cactus right there. Ooh, it's got fruit on it. Yeah, there's the fruit right there. Probably a berry. I would imagine it's probably a fleshy berry. Oh, and here's a type of Dudleya. I think this is Dudleya multicalis. I think is what this one is right right here. This is I think this is the one that goes dormant in the summertime and then it shoots up in the spring. I believe this is Dudleya multicollis. I kind of have a hard time telling them apart from Dudleya edulis, the ladyfinger's Dudleya. But this might be multicollis. I'll have to double check on it. I mean, it's pretty sparse. It's pretty dormant. But yeah, I believe I've been seeing patches of these here and there. So I'll have to double check on these. If this is not Dudleya multicollis, which I think it is, then this would be Dudleya edulis. But pretty sure this is multicollis, but don't put too much stock in what I say. Hopefully I'll be able to separate them out during my research, and you'll see me posting text on the screen of what my findings come out to be, but pretty sure that's multicollis. It's actually a fair amount of it right here. So most Dudleyas, even if they're kind of dry and dehydrated, they're usually a little leafier than these are. But there's a whole population of these Dudleyas right here. Let's dig out my field right now. Try to see if we can reconcile what I'm looking at. Let's see. Of course, my field guide is San Diego County Native Plants by James Leitner. Bear with me here. This is it right here. This is the book I swear by. Definitely not the season to do a spotlight on it. Let's look it up. Let's see, Crassulaceae family that this plant is in, stonecrop. Maybe not. Basal leaves linear and long on multicollis. Maybe it is Dudleya edulis. No, not really. Just trying to figure out if this is Dudleya multicollis or Dudleya edulis. Yeah.
Dead man's fingers coming?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was ladyfinger's Dudleya edulis. I'm thinking that might be what it is, but there's also Dudleya multicollis, which tends to go dormant more during the summer months. In the fall until it rains.
Yeah. We might make it rain for a while.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, there's that, oh shit, I can't remember the name of the app. You might have it.
Yeah. Well, I know there's iNaturalist and stuff like that.
iNaturalist. They cover this area, and a lot of people have posted things, and then I mean, there's a bunch of horticulturalists and botanists and whatnot who come on there and say, oh, it's this one or this one. I don't know whether they're right or not. But
Well, I noticed when I've gone on iNaturalist, I noticed that some people, I could tell that they screwed it up. I could tell that it's actually another species.
Okay.
I usually go on CalFlora.
Okay.
That's my site right there. And I film these areas, put my videos on YouTube to try to get people out checking out, doing things other than playing video games all day.
Yeah. There's a lot of species in this park. It's just this time of year it's hard to find. I mean, most people don't even notice that poor thing.
I know, it's sad. You come here in like probably May,
Oh
then
yeah,
they'll
then
be
it's-
blooming. Yeah.
Then it's completely different. It's tall, interesting.
Hello. Hello. Beautiful dog.
Yukon's been here his whole life.
Yukon, huh? Hello. Hello.
Good luck, man.
Enjoy, man. You have a good one. Thanks. Yeah. I'm still thinking this is Dudley edulis. I don't know. I think Dudley multicollis is more ephemeral. It's nice to know that I run into like people on my hikes and journeys. Look at that big trunk. Look at that California sagebrush trunk right there. Wow. Black sage. And of course, Baiopsis laciniata, San Diego bush sunflower. Looks like maybe a couple of the raindrops from last month kind of set up a little mini growth spurt. But you can tell there's really not much of a green up right now. Hopefully the winter rains will come. So now, I'm trying to think of, I think I pretty much covered the majority of this place. Yeah, this is a pretty cool spot. Got some neat little canyon views. Great botanical interest. Again, look at those lemonade sumacs. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Enjoying the coastal sage scrub habitat. So let's say I had quite a few highlights here. Talk about finding some cool stuff. Finding my first snake in months. See some nice clumps of Mojave yucca up here. Look at that, wren-tits. That's a wren-tit right there, Kamaya fasciata. Those birds, probably didn't get a good view of them on the camera, I would imagine. Those birds are the ones you keep hearing chirping. Yeah, those look like wren-tits. Those birds to me epitomize the awesomeness of the simple times I have when I'm out here botanizing, enjoying the shrubs, coastal sage scrub, chaparral habitats. It's hearing that bird chirping just reminds me of really good times. Those appear to be wren-tits. There are a lot of really small grayish brown colored birds that are very similar in size, but those ones definitely appear to be Kamaya fasciata, the voice of the chaparral and coastal sage scrub. They're not very often seen because they're usually absconded in the shrubs. Only every now and then you'll have them poking out of the bushes right next to the trail. So you'll hear them all the time. For some reason it's actually really quiet. I don't really hear any birds chirping, but when you see a wren-tit, which again is really small, kind of chubby bodied, lot of times its back, a lot of times its tail will be kind of somewhat upright. It's a really small bird. If you see one, consider yourself lucky, because you'll hear them, and you'll hear them. Sometimes you'll hear symphonies of wren-tits when you're hiking. Sometimes you'll hear that more than you'll hear anything else. But when you see one, consider that a lucky event, because they're usually well absconded in the chaparral and sage scrub bushes. So that's just something, that's just another thing to appreciate when you're out here. It really is something to appreciate. I'm just kind of just aimlessly wandering about, just trying to see what other things I could find before I end this video set. So this isn't really a very focused clip. It's just me looking around and seeing if anything else pops up before this video set's over. So got a couple minutes left on this one, so may as well just wander around a little bit and see if I can find something else popping up. So there's just a lot to appreciate when you're hanging around the local plant communities here. So here's the thing, one thing that I've noticed, and I'm sure a lot of other people have noticed, is, and this is in reference to herpetology, studying reptiles and amphibians. You can go out for the sake of specifically finding a species or subspecies of lizard, frog, snake, turtle, whatever. But my most interesting catches, well, not literally catching them or seeing them, because I don't take them out of their habitat. I'd say encounters. My best encounters seem to be when I am just out and about, not specifically looking for anything. A lot of times is when I'm out botanizing and looking for species of plants. Because a lot of times you got to be in the right spot at the right time, and it's almost like the draw of luck. So I wasn't out here specifically looking for a gopher snake like in clip number 2. I was just out here checking out the plants and botanizing. Happened to see a tail regenerating western fence lizard. And then I turned around a bend. Then I just happened to see the gopher snake, the back half of the gopher snake sprawling over the trail. Sometimes trying really hard to find things sometimes might end up disappointing. But sometimes when you're out in nature, a lot of times you're going to find things at the most random time. And sometimes that's with plants for me too. Sometimes that's with plants too, but finding these really cool species of reptiles and amphibians seems to almost come by chance for me. It usually does. There's still some species I really want to see badly, including rosy boas and southern rubber boas. I've never seen any of our native boas. We have, southern rubber boa and rosy boa. those are species I really want to see. But again, probably be at some random time. But that's going to basically wrap it up for this. I'm just going to go head back. So thanks for watching my video set. Hope you enjoyed this little trip here at Cato Sessions Memorial Park. And I will see you on the next hike.